everyone. I'm Jeanette, and this is Laurelette Monegro, and we are Souls Code. So we are approaching the holidays. Today is the 13th already, so Christmas is fast approaching. So we're just going to talk about the holidays and really what that means to us and what that looks like for us. Everybody celebrates holidays in a very different way. So growing up, my mom always worked Christmas and she was a single mom. So um we always celebrated Christmas Eve. So I have continued that tradition, and as a nurse, I usually work Christmas, right? So I'm not working at my regular job for Christmas. I'm off for that until well into January. But I am working at my community job, right? So yeah, I'm gonna spend Christmas in the community helping out. So that's where I'll be. So my family's not extraordinarily happy about that, but they kind of know this is what I do, you know. When the kids were wee ones, it was different story. I was around, you know, on the holidays, but I will celebrate Christmas Eve. I will honor my Lord's Day in my own way. He's with me in everything I do anyway. So so what will you be doing this holiday? I know you'll be with the family. I know the whole Monegro family will be together.
Well, usually we do our best to do that. For us, the 24th is a big day in preparation for Christmas. Usually we make a lot of food, similar to Thanksgiving concept, you know. It's an important time for us because we're basically awaiting that miraculous night. We tend to do a gift exchange in our family. We adopted that over a decade ago, where we don't go around buying lots of gifts, except for the kids. For the kids, we buy lots of gifts for the little ones. Um, but otherwise, we exchange. Um, so there's only one gift per person. There aren't many. Um, and it's because, at one point, I think we all kind of decided that it made no sense, that it was taking away from the point of the festivities. So except for the children and the elders, which we have in two categories of people that can get basically multiple gifts from everybody, um, and do not have to give us. So we have them, we kind of treat them in that sense as very privileged people. Um, it's nice. No one is stopped if they really want to get something. We usually try to say, if you're gonna really like, you feel like compelled, like you have to and you can't, we tell them it can't be more than $20, because the goal is to really think of something meaningful. Um, Christmas here is very different from when I was a little girl. When I was a little girl, we had all these fairy tales and all these different things. And I would go to sleep and I had to, you know how here in the US you leave for Santa, uh, like cookies and all that. We had other kind of concept with like grass, because we would think of El Día de Reyes, different from Christmas. El Día de Reyes for us is um, the Three Kings Day.
Okay.
So we would leave grass. We would, you know how the myrrh, all these different kinds of things to symbolize in the nativity and all of these different concepts. It was very different than here. Under the bed, you would kind of leave these things, and then they'll come and take these things and from you, and that's how you would get your gift, Reyes. You get toys. Um, I think the most memorable Christmas time for me was when my dad had sent me a doll that had like a disc in the back, and you would pull it and it would sing. Um, It was very special because it came from the US and everything was wonderful. At that time, everything was made from the US. Everything was made in USA. It was with so much pride. And um, I remember also getting a Cabbage Patch Kid um, because my dad got here. That was a thing, and we didn't have that in the Dominican Republic. So it was like such a privilege to have that and to have like a Barbie doll. Like every time, every year, those were very precious gifts because few people could have them. And I had them. Um, I mean, I miss a lot of those times. They were kind of bittersweet because we would get, not always would I be able to get my dad to see him because he would be working, trying to send things for us. And so it was a little bit bittersweet because I would get a letter and, would get the toy and all that. So those are things I kept for many, many years. So it was just different, it was different.
My mom was big on, she would always tell us that we weren't getting anything, we were getting cold. You better behave. She was, but in a cute way. She was like, "Oh no, we could. Santa's not coming this year. He said he's on like, she'd make up something like a budget or something." But
We didn't have that.
no, but my mother would always shop all year round. My mother would shop
Mm,
for things for us all year round and put them away.
mm.
Um, like if we were going to camp during the summer, she'd be like, "Oh, wait, I know I bought you some of these for Christmas." And she'd go in the closet and she'd reach into these bags and she'd come out with, "Here, you're gonna need to camp or whatever." So, um, she was big on that, but we stopped exchanging, young. Like we always bought for my mom and stuff, but it was more about the places that we went, like when um, like as teenagers and stuff like that, we would go to a show in the city. We would go ice skating in Central Park with my mother and my aunts, and then we'd go by this house on Pelham Parkway because I live in the Bronx, where they just really do such an amazing display for Christmas, and we would go by there every year and do that, and then go have coffee somewhere or something like that. So cousins that I hadn't seen in a while. We'd get together on those nights, and we'd be at my Aunt Peggy's or my mother's or so yeah, it was nice because I got to see my cousin. We were very close with my Aunt Peggy's children, so we'd spend time with those people at the holidays, and the grandparents would be there and stuff like that. So yeah, I miss those things. I was saying today, I did a live that my mother was very big on making gifts. Like she would rather us make something
Mm,
than go out and shop for something. She said it showed more thought and more intent, like you had said.
mhm.
So I told my groups and stuff today that my book releases were their Christmas gifts that I had been making since September. And this is for you. I wanted you to have something real and tangible that you could hold and get those answers from. So yeah. So I'm
Mm.
still my mother's daughter to this day. Like and my mother was even like that with cards. Like she preferred you like make her a card
Of course,
then
yes.
forget like her birthday or something like that. You could have made me a card. you know,
Right away, tell you.
so but that's how she was. And true story, when I was a little girl, my mother was big on her cards on her holidays, very big on her holidays. So I would go down to the Hallmark store in the little mall
Mhm.
and I would look through all the cards and decide which one I liked the best what they had said, and I would reword it in my words and do that in my mother's card. And my mother was always so taken back by them. My sister used to say, "But Ma, do you know where she got that from?" And my
Try
mother,
to blow your cover.
but my mother said at least she took the time to go down
Of
and find,
course.
yeah. She
Even
took the
that, you can't take that for granted. When someone gives you a card, unless they mindlessly just purchase any card, it actually takes time
pick it
to
out.
find
Mm.
something that resonates with the intent and your message for the receiver. I'm also thinking, we would go to church and, you have to kiss the feet of the baby Jesus. And there's so many traditions that you don't necessarily have such a close knit communities here as where I grew up. Like I would go to my church was St. Anne's, and like here is you have certain things, but you don't have the same kind of interaction and closeness. Because in the Caribbean, people tend to be very happy and just share, and I don't know, it's almost like the distance is so far reduced,
It's
in
yeah.
terms of,
Yeah,
people are
I
very
understand what you're
social.
saying. It used to be like that here in the Bronx. It changed a long time ago, but it used
Yeah,
to be like that. Everybody raised each other's child, you know. I did a
yeah.
story post about that the other day about Doomsville.
No.
That Christmas was coming, and this mother and her the single mother with her sick child got stranded. Their car broke down, and they landed up in Zoomsville, where grouchy, grumpy, and and so I get very creative with my posts and how um
Hmm.
they were always grumpy and grouchy and stuff. But the little boy, instead of staying inside in his hotel room at the inn, went to the town square, and they noticed that he was doing their pictures, and in the pictures they were smiling and having a good time and laughing, and
Hmm.
it was very they were all happy,
Hmm.
so they said they said at least we could do wow, we might not be that picture that he's drawing, but maybe we can make his Christmas special. He's sick, and look, he's out here having a good time, right? So they made it a Christmas for him to remember, and they had fun. So everybody everybody celebrates in their own way. There's always Scrooges everywhere. So I
True.
noticed that people's tones change during the holiday. Some people are more sensitive during the holiday. I think that goes
Mhm.
back to traumas as kids or whatever, but everybody has their own aspects. So I'm not about the gift giving and all that stuff. I could care less. My husband's family, they, you know, you could be 45 and you're still getting a gift, right? And
Mm. That's interesting.
yeah.
This
I
year,
think it's for
I
the
told
wee
my family.
ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think it's for the wee ones. I don't think
Yes.
the holiday is about gifts. I think that people tend to commercialize these things
Yeah.
and really take away from the true meaning of what we're here celebrating. So, but everybody's different. The little
No,
kids should
absolutely.
have great presents and believe in Santa Claus and all that good stuff, right?
Of course.
Because yeah, but
They're innocent, they don't know, and they
I
should
think
just
that
be happy.
yeah, but I think the commercialism around Christmas has really gotten way out of hand.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah. The same thing, like here, because it's so highly focused on this, selling point. You don't get to enjoy the longevity of the holiday. In the Dominican Republic, you start putting up your tree. You even see it in October. You see it in many people's homes because it's more about when the Advent season starts, and then all throughout until January 7th. At the end of the 6th, El Día de Reyes, the Three Kings Day, is over. So we really celebrate in a very traditional way. Um, it's very different. There are many rituals that happen in between with New Year's Eve, with Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. They're very high holy days, and you just do certain things. When we put a platter, that platter has raisins, it has apples, it has nuts, they're very specific. It has eggnog, we call romponche. It has um, very specific things that we put together. And I find that here we don't really do that, you know. But I grew up with a lot of that. Um, my mom puts a really big platter of like fruits and all these different beautiful things as kind of like a thank you. And yes, we could eat it and all that, but it's kind of like, this is what God wants. He is delighted in seeing that our appreciation for what he already gives to us, and it connects us in this circle of love and unity and
And
health and
gratitude,
wealth.
and
Yeah,
gratitude. Everything changes with gratitude.
it's
So
incredible.
So we don't know per se what you were doing for the holidays, but it is the holidays, and we did not want to not come in because it's the holidays and not wish you the best of holidays and the best season. So, and I do want to encourage you to give the gift of time, spend that time with people that you love, and make it about just being together. So, because I think that really is the true meaning of Christmas, being together and celebrating what the holiday is about. I'm not telling you if your kids that you shouldn't have presents. You should have presents
Oh
and
yeah,
lots
no, we
of
could give them
presents,
presents.
lots of presents. But try to spend time. So like, even on Thanksgiving, I do a lot of prep before Thanksgiving because I want to spend that time or I delegate things so that everybody's doing something because I want to spend that time with the people I'm with, right?
Of course.
Um, yeah. So just really, enjoy your holiday, enjoy whatever it means to you. Please comment below. We'd love to hear what you're doing this holidays. And if you're traveling, please be safe. And just be grateful for the day. It's time off from work to be with your loved ones, so there's no excuse, right? Um, I will see family and friends before like the holiday. And then take a couple of days off after the holiday. I'm off, yeah, a lot. Like I have more time off, but
Mhm.
I've scheduled a lot of necessary things because being in health, I need to go for that mammogram. I need to have that
Of
colonoscopy.
course.
I need to do all those things I encourage you to do all the time. So just putting it out there, right? Go have those things done too. Um, don't wait till the last minute. Prevention is the mother of invention. So I am Anjanette, and this is Laurelette, and we hope that you're having an amazing holiday season so far. And I wish you health, happiness, and joy always. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Ciao.